Hello everybody, this is my 25th review of films to come out in 2025, and today I am talking about Die Like a Man. This is directed by Eric Nazarian. I've never seen a film by him before, and I don't recognize any of the actors except the guy from Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, so there's really not much for me to say here in terms of any of that. The reason I saw this film is because it was screening at my school, and there ended up being a bunch of people from the cast and crew. I wasn't able to stay for the Q&A, so I can't say anything about that. But it's interesting to me, this director is very unknown. Like, none of his movies I've heard of remotely, and I don't think anyone has. But his theater was packed at my school. Like, everybody was there for some reason. So, anyways, would I recommend Die Like a Man? I'm kind of torn, but ultimately, I don't know. I don't really think so. I think the movie is clearly a low-budget film, and I do think they use that budget well. For me, the only thing that really made it obvious that this film had a small budget was the fact that not a whole lot happens. It's a slow-paced movie and a whole lot of conversations between the main character and other characters, and I'm really not sure it earned that 2-hour runtime. Again, it just felt really slow to me at many parts. I had a hard time paying full attention to this, which is a bummer because I like the characters. I think it's an empathetic movie. I feel like the conflict is tragic, and I like the idea of doing sort of a slice of life thing with this sort of environment and this type of plot. But this, gang plot just really wasn't working for me. And for the technical elements, I feel very split as well. For the most part, it's shot pretty well, but there is some shaky cam that was just way too much at some points. It felt like they were really trying to hide like bad punches or something because, especially during like fighting scenes, oh my god, it was kind of nauseating. The sound has some great moments. There's one part where he's hitting like a gun against a poster, and it makes this great like realistic sound where like you could tell it was real, but it sounded like gunshots and it was really cool. But then there's other parts, like there's this one scene where he's like, it's at night and he's making out with this girl, and the dialogue just sounds robotic. The audio is really bad. I'm really bad at noticing this kind of stuff, but I did sense that there was some ADR in that scene as well, and maybe in some other scenes. I don't know, I'm really bad at noticing that, as I said. I guess I don't look at people's mouths enough while watching a movie. But anyways, the narrative is just not that great to me. To spoil the movie, for those of you who haven't seen it, the movie is about a kid who becomes part of a gang in Los Angeles, and you don't really understand exactly what allures him about this life or how he got into it in the first place. He has a friend who grew up to be like this gang leader, but I don't know, I just really had a hard time of understanding why he wanted to, like, be part of it so much. Was it just fear as a motivator? Like, I kind of wish in this kind of story you saw him, like, make a bunch of money or something that just made you understand why. But anyways, halfway through the movie, he's asked to kill someone, he shoots them. Later on, it's revealed that the person survived. It's Tuco's sideman in Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. But he survives. He kind of gives him a life lesson, like, look, really, this is not the life you want to have. And then he ends up shooting his gang leader friend. And that's the whole movie. I guess at the end, it's pretty clear that he goes to jail. He also has, like, a relationship with his mom and her boyfriend throughout the movie, and he kind of starts this relationship with this girl. But it's just not enough for me for a full 2-hour movie. I don't want to be too mean to this. I never want to be that guy who's beating down on a movie that really needs as much help as it can get to do well in like box office or on streaming. I want to introduce this to people who might like it, and I'm really not trying to say this is a bad movie by any means. I don't know. I didn't personally find it that entertaining, but if the idea of sort of this slice of life Los Angeles gang story sounds interesting to you, please give it a chance. I'm sure it needs that. I just gotta be honest here, I personally found it boring. Even if there are elements that I did really like. The acting, I thought for the most part, was really good. The only actor that I didn't really buy was Corey Hardrick, who plays the gang leader friend character. But he's not even bad, it's just I didn't really buy him as the character. The mom, I thought, had some, like, moments where the line delivery sounded kind of weird, but for the most part, she was really good. Her boyfriend in this movie, I thought, was probably the best performance in the whole thing. The girlfriend of the main character was good. all good performances. So if that's something you're interested in, or if watching a movie that's like clearly low budget is something you're interested in, check this out. A couple of other like kind of nitpicky stuff. I didn't feel like this movie did a great job of balancing comedy and drama. Some of the comedy really didn't work for me because it just felt like it clashed with the dramatic elements. I did, however, write down this line, "You killed a motherfucker and you want some Doritos?" That made me laugh. Some other nitpicks, the main character uses the F slur multiple times in a scene, and I just do not see the point. It just makes him unlikable. It's like one of the first scenes of the movie, too. Why? Like, it's just gonna make the audience turn on him. There's like a scene where he steals money from his mom, and her boyfriend like comes in the room and is like, "Oh, I see what you're doing." Puts money in her like hiding place where she keeps her money. And then he says something that's like, "Now she won't know you stole the money." And I was like, you really didn't need that line. We got it. There's a few lines that are like that in the movie where it's like, you didn't need to explain this that fully. But anyways, I would give Die Like a Man a 2.5 stars out of 5. It is okay. A lot of the trailers online make this movie look like a piece of shit, which, I mean, it's not. It's just decent. Tomorrow I will be reviewing Hell of a Summer. This is written, directed, and starring Finn Wolfhard and Billy Burke, so stay subscribed to see that. In the description, I will put a link to my Letterboxd list ranking all the movies I've seen of 2025. Here's the ranking so far. And there is where this movie is, and there's the movies below it. There should also be a link to my YouTube playlist of all my 2025 film reviews. You can also find that on my channel page and on the left side of your screen, as always. Thank you for watching. Comments and likes are very much appreciated. That's all I have to say. See ya.